She's the worst. She's why Mari's dead. She's why Coach Ben is dead. She was the worst friend to Jackie, and she even slept with her boyfriend. Can you believe that? Her own family hates her. She's not a good friend to any of the Yellow Jackets, and I don't even know why they talk. These are all points made against Shauna, and some of them very valid. Some of them I disagree with, and others, they're just hilarious, you know? All of them are used to point to the fact that Shauna is quote unquote the main villain or the villain. And I'm here to refute that fact. I don't think Shauna is the villain. In fact, it's kind of weird to say she's like the main villain because she's the protagonist. You know, story wise, she wouldn't be the villain. Even if she was a bad guy, she would still be the protagonist and she'd be the protagonist to her own story, just like story wise. There are other ways there are plenty of other stories that can dispute this, but not in the way I'm saying. I'm trying to say, like, story wise, she's a protagonist. It's an ensemble show, but she's like the main protagonist. It's like the show is mostly through her point of view or whatever. And she isn't the villain because, you know, it's her. She might be the villain to herself, though. She might be her own worst enemy. And I say this because, you know, I think a lot of people get it wrong. Like, they see Shauna as the main obstacle, and I don't think she's the main obstacle for everybody. I think she's just like one in like 100 reasons of why those girls are the way they are, and she is the way she is. She's more, I would say, like a grayish main character. She's not the worst person ever, but I wouldn't want to be her friend, to be honest. Like, stay away from me. But she sure as hell is really interesting to watch. A lot of people say it's because she's mainly responsible for the worst of what happened out there, i.e., Doom coming, Jackie's death, Mari's death. Some people even say Van dying, them having to stay there, the whole plan, everything. So I would like to go through some of those points and say why it isn't her. First of all, Jackie's death. I would say, in my point of view, Jackie's death was sort of a thing that would not have happened under normal circumstances because it was a petty but needed argument, and they were like friends for a reason, and they may or may not have been able to get over it, but they never got that chance because Jackie slept outside and she died of hypothermia. Nobody knew she was gonna die. Nobody wanted her to die. It was not something that should have happened. A lot of people are like, oh, she should have went outside to get her. They were both very stubborn people. I don't even think Jackie would have gone outside to get her. Jackie, we don't know a lot about her. I wish we'd get more pre-crash scenes, but we don't know a lot about her. I don't think she would have gone either. She told her to go outside. I think they were both really stubborn. She was stubborn enough to stay outside for hours before they went to sleep. I don't think she, like, in my eyes, I don't think she would have. And it was a tragedy and it happened. And she plays a part of it. She plays a part in that for sure. I mean, Shauna, she plays a part in that for sure. And yeah, she has a part of it, but everybody else, the way the argument went down, like, Misty called her out for not taking part of like the prayer thing they were doing. Mari egged it on. The only two people that were not trying to get her to do it was Coach in the beginning and telling her, guys, don't do this. And then Ty telling Shauna she should go out there and talk to her or get her. Other than that, everybody else let it happen, and Shauna is the one who kind of like took the brunt for it, and she knows that. Like, it's like a fact that it happened. And I don't know why people are acting like it didn't. It's like known or whatever that everything that happens, it's something she never forgets. It's what haunts her for the rest of her life, and it's why she sees the ghost of her best friend to this very day. Taking her part in Doomcoming, yeah, she was one of the girls that did it, and she even held the knife to Travis's throat. It was a horrific thing that happened, but she was not the main perpetrator. And I don't think if you blame the girls, which you absolutely should, because even though they were intoxicated, it is a very bad thing that happened. It would not be solely on Shauna's shoulders, and kind of like the thing that happened with Jackie. It's like, everybody had a part in it. Some people had bigger parts than others, but it's still not solely one person's fault. Another point is that she started the cannibalism. No, she never started it in front of them. She did it herself because of her own internal like messed upness. Like she was hallucinating Jackie. Like she didn't even know what she was doing. But it's like she did it like in a weird, messed up, like, oh, she loves her and wants to keep her forever, but she's also like starving because she's also regular starving, but also probably starving more than everybody else because she has like a fetus or whatever that's like taking all her nutrients because like that's how like that works. So she's like actually like she needs more, but she's also starving. So she's like told to do that. I wouldn't necessarily say that's like an indication that she is a villain. That's like, it's just like part of the theme. Cannibalism is part of the theme. Like literally everybody in the show does cannibalism except for, you know, a lot of the characters in the adult timeline because that's like, you know, they're in regular life. They don't really need to do that. And what's it called? Coachman in the regular timeline. And Javi and Jackie and Lori Lee, because they're the ones who died. Like everybody who doesn't do cannibalism dies. Guys, like it's kind of a theme. If you guys didn't notice. Another point is that she helped hunt Nat. First of all, if you guys don't see the theme of the girls kind of getting Shauna to do a lot of her dirty work, I don't know what to say about it. Like, they get her to like butcher and like they tell her like how did they get to the point of telling her that she needs to be the one to slit Nat's throat? Like nobody else thinking about that. Like why are we thinking about this right now? That's not great. I don't know. Maybe it has to do something with Lottie and her her beating up Lottie and saying, "Oh, Sean, we need you," and then like that. Maybe they meant like that, and they're like, okay, maybe they need her to kill the person. That's kind of crazy. Her being responsible for Javi dying. I was like, that's so crazy. Like I've seen people say that. Oh, she's responsible for Javi dying. If we're like in that instance, it would have to be Nat. Like, no, actually, it would have to be Nat. Like, Nat is responsible for Javi dying the same kind of way Shauna is responsible for Jackie dying. You cannot blame Nat solely for Javi dying because it was self-preservation. Like, she had a reason for Javi to die. Shauna and the rest of the girls let Javi die because, well, he was already in the water. They don't want to be having to kill someone. She doesn't want to be killing somebody. If they had saved Hobby, she'd probably be the one to either kill Hobby or kill Nat. It's one of the two, and she's probably the one who has to do it. So him drowning in that way was like beneficial in like not getting her being the one to do it. And the rest of the girls kind of knew that. That's why they did it. Like otherwise everybody would be like, why'd you let him die? Why'd you let him die? Even like, yeah, like that's why that happened. And she butchered him. Like she was like literally crying and had to cover her eyes. Like, no, she did not want to kill the kid. Like people bring up when she said, oh, we'll make it 2 for 2 for your brother. That was because she wanted to hurt Travis. Even though she might not have been close to Javi, but like she kind of cared about him. And like in a way, like Javi's part of the reason why she is the way she is now. Like she hurt Travis in that moment because Travis was hindering her ability to hunt. She's like in survival mode. She's in anybody who gets in my way is in my way. People bring up her turn in season 3, like her anger towards Coach, the trial, and all of that. First of all, that's because people listen to the monologue in season 3. It mirrors the monologue at the end of season 3 in her adult self. She thinks everybody around her is a hypocrite. Not wrong. She thinks everybody should be a lot more angry, a lot more remorseful. Like they did the worst things ever. Like 2 people are dead. They ate 2 people. She doesn't know why everybody's acting like, oh, they're happy-go-lucky. Like she herself does not know why they are like that. It confuses her and she's angry towards them. And for Coach, she thinks Coach literally burned down their one shelter in the middle of winter. She thinks he tried to kill them. Like the door, she's probably thinking, oh, he locked us in there. He purposefully locked us in there, even though the door probably expanded due to the heat because it's wood. She's not thinking about that. She's thinking he tried to kill us and that he got away. So when Misty tells her that, oh, Nat like was like talking to him before and that she's seen her before or something like that, she's thinking, oh, so Nat is with Coach. Like Nat is trying to be with Coach. Like she's resentful as well. Yeah, that's what she's thinking. And the trial kind of proves that to her because Nat's supposed to be impartial. It wasn't. She also blames Coach Ben for probably her kid dying. Like she's like, I have a lot of sympathy for Coach Ben because he literally lost his life. Like he's not there to like, he's not, he like he said, he he just pressed play on a button. Like, he was going through his own thing. Like, that's a whole nother thing. He was going through his whole thing. But she was literally giving birth in the middle of winter in a cabin surrounded by teenagers. She's thinking he's the only adult there. She's still a teenager. He's the only adult there. She needs some help. And then she sees everybody else trying to help, and then he's not helping. And then and then she thinks that he tried to burn down the cabin with them in there. Like, she's like, this guy's our enemy. I don't know why anybody is trying to, forget that. It doesn't matter. Her malice towards Mari prior to the hunt, tackling her, mocking her and Mari had mutual beef. Like, people are acting like Mari was sort of more victimized by Shauna. No, she's a ish talker. Like, she talks ish to everybody. She has one of those personalities. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's a very combative type of personality. A lot of people respond to that. And add to that all the pressures of trying to survive and all of that. And her own, she already didn't like Mari because she felt sort of some jealousy towards her for the stunt that Jackie pulled towards the earlier in season 1. She has a little bit of resentment there. And then later on in season 2, when they're trying to char when they're trying to char what's it called, Jackie's corpse, she's they have that whole scene together, and then they get really angry there. She gets really angry at Mari there. It's resentment towards each other, and then they have mutual beef. It's Shauna is more angry, and Mari, I don't think she understands that Shauna is as resentful of everybody as she probably thought she was. She doesn't know. Mari doesn't know how deep Shauna's anger goes. So she kind of mocked it. She didn't know. Not her fault, but she didn't know. Hunting the frog people. They all hunted the frog people. Shauna was delighted that Lai killed the guy. Okay. She's fully not there. She's fully she doesn't care about anything. She's we know in earlier in season 3, she said I don't know why everybody acts like they're above everything, why they're all happy and stuff. She knows it doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. She goes after them. And I think for a second, she's whoa, violence. Okay, violence, let's go. And then she chases the people. She chases the guy, and she chases the woman, right? Everybody chases them. They all hunt. Nat was literally leading the hunt. It's she took delight in it, but she did no more than she was supposed to. She didn't kill anybody. Her being really shitty towards Melissa. Yeah, that's inexcusable. But her own jealousy and insecurity of everything makes her incapable of holding any sort of relationship, as we know with Jeff. It's she's not capable of holding any sort of relationship, and I don't know how she was in that relationship for so long. Her adult self. I hope they answer that pretty soon. And her forcing them to stay. That was equal parts her not wanting to lose power, which is really shitty, and her having nothing to look forward to in her life, and her not wanting to go. Two most important people in her life are dead. She a lot of people I don't think remember, she spent time with that kid in her dream world or whatever, and she was attached to the kid even before he was born. And she has dreams about the kid, as we saw in the cave dream. That's he was really important to her, and she lost that. He kind of represented a future, a potential future without Jackie, and maybe her being able to care for another person. He was that last chance. Gone, absolutely gone. And she resents all of them for that. Part of the reason why they're staying. And Jackie's buried out there too. She has that weird hallucination thing. I don't know that one, if it's her adult self that's happening it, or her younger self, or if it's happening simultaneously and it's a return to a dream. I don't know how to explain it, but Jackie shows up as well before her decision. She doesn't want to be going, but I feel she also does want to leave, but she doesn't. She wants to leave on her own terms, if that makes sense. I feel she wants to leave when she can leave. She feels she can leave. I don't know how to explain that. Hopefully it answers. We get answers for this in season 4. We got 3 months left, I think. Hopefully I can make a video on why the 3 of them want to stay and why the rest want to leave, or I can make a video on basically any topic of Yellow Jackets. I'm obsessed with the show, so just ask. Mari's hunt, this is the big one. This is the main thing people bring up when they say, oh, Shauna's the villain now. First of all, Shauna probably has equal part or even less to do with Mari's death, because the way everything played out, she's not even the one who killed her. Really, she's not. The way it played out, she's not the one to kill her, but like it's the result that happened, because it's Ty and Van that rigged the cards and make it suspicious and make Shauna think that it's gonna land on her, and it's the one that makes her move. Maria, Keela, Melissa, and Jen are the ones who killed that. I think that's like glossed over. Like they killed their food supply, like the animals and stuff they were raising. They killed their food supply. Like literally, if their plan wasn't working, like it didn't work. Their plan didn't work, and they killed their food supply, which makes the hunt inevitable. They might have not had a hunt for weeks or so, because there's, I believe, like 12 of them. There's 12 of them. A lot of people think, oh, they can survive for a while with a couple. No, like literally every week they're eating like the equivalent of like one goat. Those goats were only lasting maybe a couple weeks. Nobody knows. Like they literally would not, they would have to hunt. Like the hunt was going to be inevitable, but they just sped up the process when they did that. Maria, Keela, Melissa, and Jen, their plan was to off people. Also, I feel like people don't know this. Their plan was to off Shauna and Lottie. Mari was planning to kill Shauna as well. Valid reason, because Mari's trying to go home. Shauna's in the way. Yeah, valid. I would not blame her. I'm not blaming her. But yeah, like it's like, they're trying to kill each other. Like I can't be like, oh, she's wrong for that and she's not wrong for that. That's crazy. I can't really be like that. They try to kill Shauna and Lottie. No. It lands on Mari. Mari has to run. She's hoping that the rest of them are able to kill Shauna and Lottie. She runs into Lottie, who is still alive, because I don't know what happened to Akila there. I'm not going to say. I don't know what happened. She runs into Lottie. Lottie says a riddle or something, and she runs off. She probably got confused. She was probably running in a certain direction. She probably got confused, but Lottie turned her around, because there's a reason why, like, the camera, like, kind of focuses on her turning around and stuff. She's turning around in the wrong direction, and she went. Travis had, in an attempt to kill Lottie, because Travis, to him, his biggest threat is Lottie, because, Doom coming, the mushrooms, the cults. He's not wrong, actually. Lottie has the biggest sway over everyone. Shauna's like kind of scary, but like their plan was to jump Shauna, and they kind of did it. They were all in groupthink. They finally, like, I guess closer to the hunt, they were able to finally get to Shauna. Lottie has the biggest sway, and they all recognized that a little too late, but Travis recognized it earlier. He made that pit, and for some reason, I don't know, he did not cover it up. He did not cover up the pit. Maybe he was planning to use it later, but he didn't cover up the pit. And Mari, in her confusion, fell in. Shauna, she doesn't care that Mari died. She's like emotionally turned off. Like she's like emotionally not even there. Like she's not there. And she says, "Give me her hair," because she has a weird hair fetish now. Like I don't know what to say. The show kind of should have set that up a little bit earlier, I feel like, but it's there. Can't say nothing about it. It's there. And people say she's a villain for that. Look, she is villainous, but she's not the main villain. The main villain is groupthink. It's the inability for people to get out of their mob thought. It's the cult, the cult that they're in, and that some of them believe in sometimes and some of them don't believe in sometimes. It's their own teenagerness, that they're unable to work together, that they're unable to think beyond themselves at places. Like the only person that kind of does that is Nat, but Nat has her own shortcomings, and I could do another video on that. But like those are all what it is. Plus the wilderness. Like if you believe in the supernatural aspect of the show, the wilderness itself is a character. It's like it might be the thing that's driving them this insane, but and other people think like no, it's no wilderness. It's just them. Like it's a psychological story. It's like no wilderness. I'm in the middle about it. I could do a video on that, but I'm in the middle about all that. And her adult self, to round it out. Her adult self, a lot of people, because they watch the show simultaneously with her younger and adult self, it colors their perception of her adult self, and they're like, how could she be like that as a younger woman, and then like she's like this as an adult? Like it doesn't make sense. And then they're like, season 3, oh my god, we can see her, like her true colors are like that. No, Shauna's true colors is from my understanding, at least as an adult, is her mild-mannered attitude that she doesn't like people and she tries to stay away from people and very isolated type person, but she's also like snarky and stuff. She's chill most of the time, but because of all of this coming back, it's making her not chill. Like her paranoia is triggered severely in the beginning of season 3 as we see her develop that paranoia in season 3, the same season. Like it's a parallel, right? She was like, and she kind of has a good reason to be paranoid because first of all she was blackmailed by her husband and she never knew that like at first, and she's like, what the heck? And it's like she thinks she's getting blackmailed again. It's crazy. Melissa delivers that like letter or whatever with the tape recording, and she's like, somebody's trying to ruin my life. Like Shauna's whole thing as an adult is she doesn't want her life to change because she knows any instability will just put her back in that headspace. Like I fully believe in season 4 we're gonna see her like revert back to this like mild mannered person, because season 2, season 1 Shauna is as an adult is literally season 1 Shauna like teen. Like they match each other, and then end of season, like towards the end of like season 2 as a teen, she's like she's very much like, that's like a weird time for her because she's very vulnerable and very unhappy and very sad, but she isn't like as angry as we see her. Like she's sort of angry, but she's not as angry as we see her later on. So that's like a very special point. And then later on, like she like her anger and paranoia and all of that, her cruelness comes out. That's like this is temporary. It's like a temporary mindset that she's in. Okay. And as an adult, obviously it goes away. But it's coming back again because she feels cornered. A lot of people, what do people think she's blamed for in season as an adult? What she's blamed for? She's blamed for Nat's death. Okay, first of all, literally that was Van and Lottie and Ty. Because Van was supposed to call the ambulance and Ty let her not call her. Lottie was descending back down that path again to the cult, and Lottie had her own cult, and Nat got shot. No, Nat did not get shot. Nat got syringed by Misty. It's literally Misty's fault in that instance, and it's crazy, and people blaming Shawnee for that is crazy. Van's death is actually not her fault either, because she left them in the hospital and they followed her again. And people are like, oh, because they know she's gonna do something, let her do it on her own, or just let her be like that. I don't think Shauna is gonna talk. Like it's like they feel responsible for her, and I don't think they should feel responsible for her. Van died kind of a heroic death, saving all of them, and that's bad for her. That's crazy. I wish she lived. Melissa is stirring things. People are like, oh, she wasn't trying to do anything. No, she was. She was happy to stir things again. No, she was happy to stir things again. Melissa gets a thrill from the little we know of her. She gets a thrill of being a part of things, and she wants to be a part of them. But she also like that fights with her nature of being like normal. So it's crazy. And like with Van's death and having to bury them, and then Ty and them, like she doesn't know, but she can kind of feel with her paranoia that people are against her, and then her family literally abandons her. It's like crazy, and she falls back into the mindset of herself in the beginning of season 3. So from what I understand, if we do it timeline wise, Shauna is descending in season 3 as an adult, and at the end of season 3 she's at this mindset she was at in season 3 as a teen. So that'll be her menace era as an adult. She's terrorizing. So I think herself as a teen is going to be coming out of that era in season 4 and going back to maybe her season 1 self as an adult, from what I think. If people don't understand that, I don't know how to do that. Also, the last point, we don't know everything that happens, and there's still like 3, maybe 2.5 months left of them in the wilderness. And I think some crazy stuff will happen because from what we know, the bird lady has to die because nobody knows that she was with them. Jen probably has to die. The other extra jackets, they probably die too. And I think that's it. And they also did something once they came back. Like, it's like, we don't know everything has happened and we can't like judge them on that. And for everything, I explained everything I could right now. But if you think there's more, you can argue in the comments. Actually, no, don't. I don't want to argue in the comments. It's my first video, so it's a little sloppy. I don't know how it's going to end up. But thank you for watching if you watched till the end, and bye.